What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I have a lot of products sitting in front of me. I did some damage, but the main important thing of today's video, I want to test out the new One Size Secure the Sweat Dry Till Dawn primer. This is a mattifying primer. I'm a little upset because my box came damaged. I know it's something so small, but girl, this is what the component looks like. So it's like the little like tin foil type of packaging. It almost reminds me of like that tube that is in like the hair dye, just a little bit thicker. And then you open it by placing this down in there, like the top. I guess it punctures the hole in there. And there it is. It's kind of oozing out. So we are going to go ahead and play with this today. Again, like I said, I have a lot of products in front of me. Some are new, some are just new to me. So we will definitely be trying quite a few things out on this channel that I've never tried out before as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up, as all of those things do help my channel. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into a review video. Okay, so starting off, I do have the primer here. It has a scent to it. I'm not 100% sure. Face has already been cleaned and moisturized, and I want to show you guys also some skincare products I picked up from Sephora. So I'm trying to hurry with this video. I don't want to rush it, but the little one has been up since like, I want to say 3 or 4 this morning. He doesn't have a fever or anything, but I think he went back to sleep for maybe an hour or so. And he woke back up at like 7 when I was getting the older boys ready for school. And now he fell back to sleep. So I'm just like, let me do this while he's quiet. Let me zoom you guys in so we can kind of see what the skin is looking like once we just applied the primer. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see. This is what the skin is looking like with the primer on. So far so good. It doesn't feel heavy. It just, honestly, it feels like a smoothing primer. I don't know. It just looks smooth in this area. Let me know if you see it. I don't necessarily, this doesn't claim to be, let me just check. It says sweat proof, waterproof, shine proof, oil resistance, shine control, mattifying power. So not necessarily pore filling, but to give this a fair shot, I am only going to use this one primer today. If you've been watching, you know I love to use more than one primer. We're just going to stick to this one. So let me go ahead and let this sit, and then I'll come back, give you some information about the primer, and then I'll pick which foundation I'm going to use because I'm a little nervous. Alright, you guys, so the primer has been sitting. Face does not feel tight or anything like that. Like I said, it just really feels like a really nice smoothing primer. So per Sephora, it says this is the Secure the Sweat Waterproof Mattifying Primer. Retails for $34. It is good for pores, long wearing, matte finish, waterproof, best for oily, combo, normal skin, cruelty free. Aluminum free primer that absorbs excess sweat and oil to visibly tighten pores, mattify skin, and prolong makeup wear. So far this has a 5-star rating, but we will see. I don't know for sure if I want to do a wear test in today's video. If anything, I would definitely either leave it on the screen at the end when I'm kind of speaking about the products. I'll leave how long it lasted, what I noticed, and then or it'll be in my description box. But for foundation today, I want to try this. I placed an order on Kimchi Chic Beauty's website. You guys know that that is a, like, if you've been watching my channel, you know that that setting powder is my go-to. So he had 50% off on St. Patrick's Day, and I racked up. So I did pick up 2 shades of his foundation, and this is it's called A Really Good Foundation by Kimchi Chic. I will definitely pull up some information on this and kind of give you guys that while I go ahead and apply. All right, y'all, so this is called A Really Good Foundation on Kimchi Chic Beauty. This retails for $29. So mind you, I did get 50% off. I do have the shade here, 121 Medium Deep, which says it is a medium tan with warm undertones. So it says, gives you the perfect flawless look every time. This creamy buildable foundation is available in 40 shades, so you can find the perfect match for your skin tone, medium or full coverage. So let me see. Customizable finish. That's really all it is. Vegan, cruelty-free product. So as far as the creamy formula, I definitely agree with. I don't know if you guys noticed it when I applied it, but it does have a very nice creamy soft texture. Like, I love the consistency of it. I'm excited to try this. It doesn't claim to necessarily be like mattifying. I think it's just one of those natural, not necessarily natural finish, but like one of those in betweens. It's not dewy, it's not mattifying, but you can make it what you want depending on the primer you use. You guys, so I am going to let the foundation just kind of sit on top of this primer for now. First of all, the foundation looks good, it feels good. Now I feel like Kimchi is definitely one of those brands that might gear towards mattifying, securing, locking your foundation. But this feels comfortable. Now, I do want to say this too. For skincare this morning, I did try some new skincare products. So, like I told y'all, I did some damage. And I went on Sephora. I ran out of my Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dewdrops that I purchased around like the holiday season. I finally ran out. But I saw for $54 they had this set. It is the Glow Recipe Plum Plump Hyaluronic Cream and Hyaluronic Serum. So you get 2 full-size products for, I believe it was $54. So it just made more sense, because if you know, one of these is like $48. Now I also did pick up another set. I think this was $52. And you get the full-size Niacinamide Dewdrop and then the full-size Guava Vitamin C Bright Eye Gel Cream. So I did pick up both, but to be very honest, if you want that dewy glass skin hydrating type of vibe, I honestly would say pick up the Plum Plump set, to hyaluronic serum and the hyaluronic cream. I think it looks better, and it gives me a better feel as opposed to this one. I know this one is TikTok crazy, but I really would say give this one a try. So I feel like that is why the skin is also not looking as matte, because of the skincare that we have placed under. But I think everything looks good. I don't see any separation or anything just yet. So let me figure out what concealer I'm going to use, because I did pick up 3 shades of concealer from Kimchi Chic, but they honestly look too light for my skin tone, and I will show you guys here shortly. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys. This is the shade Medium Beige. As you can see, it just looks too pale pink for me. So I did bring my Givenchy concealer, the new one, but I don't know if you could kind of see up close. Like, this is just way too light for me. I was really trying my hardest to understand the shade descriptions and what will work best. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on, blend it out, and then I'm going to place the Givenchy over top. I would have done it the opposite way if I wanted to add just a little bit more brightness. So it really didn't conceal much. I just feel like this is a concealer that you would have to mix with a full coverage, or like I said, if you just want to do like a brightening effect, then that is what I would use this concealer for. I honestly, I've mentioned before that my sister is a lot lighter than me, so I thought about just giving these to her. Let me add the Givenchy over top. See, yeah, I'm gonna let this concealer sit for a little bit, and then let me go ahead and blend this out, y'all. Okay, so you guys, we all know MAC released a new bronzer. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, if I remember, I'm going to put it on the screen. I reached out to MAC because I'm like, it seems like a lot of people could not get their hands on it. And I figured that they sold out or got overwhelmed by orders, so they snatched it from the website. I reached out to customer service on the chat, and I said, where is the new Sunstruck bronzer? He said that they ran out of stock, and typically it takes them 2 weeks to restock, but anything could happen which might cause it to be longer. So I would say check on QVC. I did post it on my community tab, the bronzer, and I also put a comment in there, the link that I found it on QVC. But they only had like 6 shades left, and they were selling out as well. But this is the new MAC Sunstruck Skin Finish Bronzer. And I have mine in the shade Deep Golden, which is shade number 6. And I picked my shade when Trim Mood posted this. The morning that it launched with MAC, I literally was on MAC's website. So I'm grateful that I was able to get it, because I low-key feel bad though. It's like a lot of people really wanted to get their hands on this bronzer. And I honestly, I have been using this. I really truly enjoy it better than like the MAC Give Me Sun, like that Skin Finish bronzer line. I like this one a lot better. I just feel like it shows up more. But I'm going to go ahead and clean up under here real quick. But it looks good. So far, everything is applying perfectly over top of the primer. So I am just now going to go in with blush. And then do something very light on the eyes. I did just dye and wash and condition my hair. I was trying to let the grays just come. But then it was getting on my nerves looking at them. So that is why my hair is not really, you know, it's not really gelled down or anything. Okay, for blush, I'm just using Pomelo Peach or Pomelo Beach, whatever it's called, y'all. The House Labs blush. This is definitely a cute, everyday wearable blush for me. So I did go ahead and add the Huda Beauty concealer on the lids just to cancel out the discoloration. And then I am going to go ahead and use the new Too Faced Italian Spritz eyeshadow palette. Honestly, I'm just going to use 2 shades. Today, I plan on working out, and I have a lot of things to do around the house, so I didn't really want to use any like lashes today. But yeah, we are just going to pop 2 shades in. I'm thinking just like a brown on the outer corner, and then there's a really cute like pale peachy shade at the bottom of this palette. And I'm just going to kind of use that in the inner corner, and we are going to call it a day. Honestly, the palette is pretty. It blends well together as far as the two shades that I did use. There's no patchiness, no skipping. I have no complaints. It's just the eyeshadow palette. Honestly, they did definitely go up on the price of their palette. So this is not a necessity to purchase, but it is a very nice shade, nice formula. So again, I just have no complaints. But had I been thinking, I probably would not have picked it up. Lip liner, I am going in with the Kimchi Chic lip liner. This is in the shade Almond. This is definitely a little bit lighter than what I would typically go for. So I did go over top off camera with the shade Vanilla Bean, which is a little bit darker. And then for liquid lipstick, I'm just going in with the shade Honey by Morphe. This is the Velvet Lip Mousse that they just came out with. All right, you guys, so that concludes today's video. Honestly, first impressions of this primer. Girl, the face, okay, let me just say this. I genuinely feel like, I don't know if it was the moisturizer or the creams, you know, in my skincare, but this applied so very smooth. It did make me feel like my face had like some sort of smoothness to it. I don't feel tight or heavy or anything like that. And I also went in and set with the One Size mattifying setting spray. So I'm very excited to see how this holds up. I will leave an update in the description box, so definitely look out for that, because I plan to work out today and I want to see how this really helps with the sweat, since it's sweat proof. Because if this is doing everything that it's claiming, we got something for the summertime. Real quick, another new product that I used was the Italian Spritz eyeshadow palette by Too Faced. So honestly, it's a standard eyeshadow palette. It's really not necessary to purchase. I did want to get it because I just genuinely liked the color story. But I do feel like the two shades that I used in today's video, they blended well together. I really don't have any complaints. If you did want to pick it up, I'm all for it. But again, it is not a necessary purchase. And yeah, like honestly, I am new to the Kimchi foundation, but I feel like it's really, really looking good as well on the skin. I don't see any lifting or anything like that. The only thing that I would not purchase again is the concealers from that brand, but so far everything is looking good. Also, last but not least, I will try to keep my eyes out on this, and if I notice it comes back in stock, I'll definitely post it on my community tab. I'm hoping that you guys can get your hands on it, because the formula is just very smooth and just, it's a really good bronzer. Like, it really is. I mean, bronzer is bronzer, but you know, some bronzers, they look muddy. Some people don't like if they look too cool tone. Some bronzers actually show up patchy, and I don't see that with this one. Like, this is genuinely a nice true bronzer shade. So hoping that they get these back in stock sometime soon so that a lot of people could get their hands on them. But that is it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.